Hi, my name's Annette, and I have a confession. I am not a great animator, and as somebody who got a degree in animation, that could be a bit of an issue. Thankfully, I found another path, but I do still like to create. And so when I think about the world, and as it becomes more and more digitized, and as this concept of the metaverse becomes more mainstream, I begin to wonder how I, as an ex-animator, can begin to participate more in these digital worlds. And I'm here to share with you how us newbies and professionals alike can begin to make their ideas a reality and start digitizing human motion using AI. When I was taking my animation classes, I quickly realized the bane of all animators, recreating human motion. And that's because the human body is very complex. Everybody is shaped very differently, and everybody moves very differently. And that is where motion capture comes into play. With motion capture, you no longer need to do the manual process of recreating human motion. You can use cameras and sensors to easily translate the motion of the human body into a digital format. And with game development and movie production, you usually use optical and inertial motion capture setups. Optical setups requires bulky suits with a lot of trackers, a lot of cameras. It requires a lot of space and really good hardware. Inertial setups, on the other hand, do still require those suits, requires good hardware and frequent recalibrations. But with AI, we can now explore another option, AI-driven motion capture. With AI, we can now achieve markerless motion capture. With this technology, we can track and analyze the motion of a human body in a 2D video. And with this technology, you don't need any more markers. It's markerless. This is what my company at DeepMotion is currently working on. So why is it so impactful? Well, without any trackers, you now don't need any suits. You actually don't need any hardware at all, and I mean none. No cameras with special sensors, no suits, nothing. And with this removal of the physical requirements, you no longer need any space. You no longer need any even physical actors. All you need is any video taken from any type of camera and effectively turning the world into your own studio. When I created my first character animation, I used a rented motion capture setup similar to this one. It took up a basketball court, and I got one shot to capture the motion of my actor. But flash forward to today, and I took this video of me, doing a little dance, doing a little jig, and I was able to translate it into a 3D animation in less than 2 minutes. From the entire process, from capture to animation, it took less than 10 minutes. And this ability to iterate quickly is something that the production studio Corridor Digital found incredibly impactful because they rely on being able to turn their ideas into quick animation very quickly. And Eric Camille, who runs his own animation studio, found this a game changer for his own pipeline because it was so quick, because he didn't have to wear suits, and because he got to be his own actor easily. But you don't need to be your own actor either. For example, I was creating an experience where I wanted some authentic MMA fighter moves, and I am definitely not an MMA fighter, so I ended up working with one. I worked with a professional MMA fighter, Loic Radsbob, during COVID lockdowns. He was in Florida, I was in California, and I was easily able to capture his workout and add it into a metaverse experience. And this ability to work remotely is something that former Ruby animator, Dylan Gu, saw particularly impactful for his own team because they were all remote. They were able to capture their animations and add it into their own pipeline fairly easily. And hobbyist animator Louise Art created this animation for a TikTok challenge, and he was able to focus more time on polishing his animations instead of doing a manual keyframing. And so this AI tools like these are enabling creators of all types of experience levels to be able to access these digital worlds and participate more readily. And so when we think about the future of animation, we think about generative AI tools like ChatGPT and DALL-E, we begin to recognize and see a future where animation can be even more accessible by using just language alone. And I am looking forward to sharing more about that technology in the future. Thank you.